So welcome back students. So let's move forward with the project. So this is just a rare idea that I'm going to give you about how you're going to develop the project. I'm not going to develop the entire code as such, but yes, you can get an idea about it. Okay, so children, please start developing your projects. I've given some around seven topics, 7 or 8 topics. You can choose any of the topic. You can download the demo projects from the internet if you want, you just for the study purpose, and then you can come up with your own code. Okay, just do not copy it, children. So I showed you how you can use the special characters to come up with a very good format look. So right now I'm just going to delete this, so you can use this in your project. So okay, so we have learned about how to create records and entire crude operations, but that was only for one particular, you can say, entity, that was student. But if this is a project for generating the report cards, then we need to have another file for storing the marks of the students, and not only the marks of the students, but we are going to have a primary key for that, and also we are going to have a foreign key. Why do we require a foreign key? Because every student will be having the marks, isn't it? So what we're going to do, we have the registration number of the student, and that is the primary key for the test.dat file, right? So this is the registration number, and we have this as the primary key. It is acting as a primary key. So what now we are going to do is we are going to have one more file. I've deleted all this, and this will have, I'm just going to show you the format, that is one, which is going to be the primary key of the file, and then we are going to have registration number. So the second token or the second field will be the registration number. This is the primary key of the file, that is test.dat, that is student.dat, isn't it? So that is means for recording, for storing the records of the students, that is test.dat. So we're going to pick the primary key from there and store it over here. So this is going to be what? This is going to be the foreign key. And then we are going to take marks of the students. So we're going to take some limited subjects, 5 subjects, and we're going to accept marks for that 5 subjects. So then I can accept something like a tilde, and then these will be the 5. For example, these are 3, then 4 and 5. So please understand, this is the primary key of the new file, that is the student marks. This is the registration number. So if it is 1, so in the file, that is test.dat, there is a registration number 1. And what is the name of the student? Ajay. Which class does it belong to? 10 and A. Fine. So this is going to pick this data from here, that is from this file, that is test.dat. Please understand, it is bit confusing, but yes, there is no option. You have to practice this, only then you can understand this. And then we are going to, and these are the marks. So maybe this is 5 subjects, any subjects you can take, children. That is first is English, and then PMC, and one optional, we can take that way. Okay, so this Ajay, okay, of class 10, and these are the marks, that is of English. This is for physics. It is maybe for class 10, we don't have PMC, means we have a science, but still as a whole one subject, but you can just assuming it is for class 12 or 11. So this is PMC and one optional. So this is what this particular file will mean. Okay, but this is not the only work that we need to do, children. There are a lot of work that we need to do for this. Okay, so I'm going to save this file. Okay, save as, and supported text file. I'm going to take, okay, text file, and that is marks dot dat. So this is the name of the file, that is marks.dat. Okay, and then again we have to do the coding. So I can pick some of this same code. So now we're going to have, you know, a main menu, and the main menu will be for, first option will be for students, marks. That is how it is going to be. I'm going to show you. Okay, so this is the main program, and this is student.dat. Okay, what we will do is we can create another program, and then we will merge those programs afterwards. Even that we can do it. So let me just have this program, and I'm going to copy the entire data from here, alt plus A, and going to paste it over here, and let me just save this with the file marks.py. This is a Python file, so I'm going to take Python and save it. Okay, and then even this file is going to have modules. Fine, so everything is going to change over here. So this is, we have to make a lot of changes, that is searching and all that. Okay, so file operations. So this is file operations over here. I'm going to, okay, let us just do this, copy this and create a new file. Okay, do not worry if you're not understanding anything at this point. Okay, today children, I'm going to keep it a bit short lecture, but tomorrow I'm going to explain this everything to you. Do not worry, I've just copy paste few things, and then what we're going to do is just save this. Okay, save this, and I'm going to give this name as, that is marks modules, and this is also a Python file, and save it. What was the name of the file? Marks module. So, and this is marks. So I'm going to make changes over here. This is the marks module. So over here I'm going to say marks modules, and this is, I need to change this. Okay, why I'm doing this? Okay, slowly you're going to understand it. Make the changes everywhere. So basically children, we are now having one more file, and that is, or you can say one more table. Okay, if you really relate this to your DBMS concept, so this is one more table, and that table is going to have a primary key as well as the foreign key. So we need to take care of that foreign key also. Please understand this. And why there is an error over here, imported but not used. Okay, that's okay. So this is going to work, and now we used primary.txt. Okay, then this also we need to change, because this is going to be another primary key. So I can say this as primary for marks. Okay, we need to make all these changes, primary marks and primary marks. Fine, that's the first change I did. Then I will go to a blank file, create a complete blank, keep it as 0 first, and save this, with the, that is a text file, and I will say this primary underscore marks dot txt. Fine, so primary underscore marks, and what did I use over here? Okay, it is capital, will not really matter, do not worry, but still, just to keep it safe, I'm going to use this as capital P. So this is going to, so this is a new file for the marks, and this is going to work. Okay, that is one more change, and then we need to enter marks, enter, no, a lot of changes, edit marks for a student, then delete marks, we can keep it, and search and exit. then generate primary key is going to jump to marks module and going to generate. Now this is marks module. The generator was over here only in the same file, that is this one, and this is going to work, do not worry. So right now children, I'm just making the required changes and I'm going to explain you in detail, maybe possibly tomorrow children. Just I'm going to keep it a bit short today. Okay, so I'll just do the copy pasting work and do certain changes, and do not worry if you're not understanding. I'm going to make you explain, I'm going to explain this, and then we are going to make a lot of changes, that is enter marks over here and to do this. Okay, so I need to, okay, marks, then enter roll number, name, class and section. So over here, that is, if it is the choice is 1, it is going to generate the primary key, and okay, so how we are going to approach these children is I'm going to accept the class and section. Okay, why class and section? I'm going to keep this as class and this as section. And why? Because class and section is over here. I will remove this so that we can accept the marks for that particular class and section. So if there are 45 students, example, so if I enter a class and a section, so it is going to display, it is going to accept data for all the students for the 5 subjects, and this is the approach that we are going to keep. Okay, so but still it is not that easy also. Okay, so children, I'm going to wrap up for today, and tomorrow I'm going to show you how we are going to come up with this, and there is some logic that we require, and the logic is we are going to deal with the foreign key. We need to pick the primary key from the student table, that is what, that is test.dat. I'm going to change this. Okay, this is the file and this is the primary key, and then we are going to store this primary key in, that is marks.dat, and marks.dat will also have its own primary key. So it is going to have a primary key and a foreign key, and then the marks, and this is what we need to achieve. Okay, so I'm going to show you the coding, a did step copy paste work over here. I'm not going to do the PDF work for this. Let me just complete the work, and then I'm going to share this source code with you. So children, I'm just keeping it short. We have around 4 more days to go, I guess, and then we are going to start with the main topic from the month of August, and that is going to be very important for your exam point of view, that is the theory paper. So we are going to wrap up everything for the file handling in coming 2 or 3 days, and then, and it's my, again I repeat the same thing, do not give much of a time. Daily you can give just 1 hour to your project work, and you can study other projects, download other projects, and then you can just come up with your own logic. You can use my code also, what approach I have kept. Using that, you can come up with your approach. Now I'm going to teach you how to deal with the with the foreign key and the primary key, and then how you're going to do all the operations, the CRUD operations, everything I'm going to show you tomorrow. Most probably most of the part I'm going to cover up, and I will also share the source code tomorrow, children. Fine. So today I'm going to keeping it short. So we will meet tomorrow again, children. Okay. So that's it, children. Bye for now.